I wonder if you can work out what an L plate, a ball of wool, and some running trainers have in common. Do you knit? Can you crochet? How long have you been able to do that? Who taught you? A grandma, teacher, or did you learn yourself? Can you drive? And if you can, did you pass first time? And how many lessons did you have to have before you got the thumbs up? And maybe you've run a long distance one day, 5K, 10K. Do you know someone, or even yourself, who's run a marathon? And what do those three visual aids representing those three activities have in common? Knitting, driving, long distance running. All of these skills took time to learn and develop. You can't pick up a knitting needle and suddenly be able to make a blanket. You need to begin by learning the basic stitches and then progressing to putting them together before you can advance to making something like a beautiful blanket. You can't change the ball of wool into something beautiful without effort and time. It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it, to wake up with the knowledge and skills to drive a car, but sadly we can't. We have to take lessons, learn the different functions, and practice a lot. It's a weekly or daily commitment to learn that skill. We cannot change the plates for a proper license without committing ourselves to time and effort. And you hear about people who turn up to run marathons or half marathons without any practice or training, and those stories rarely end up well. Our bodies need training, and we need to be able to compete by toning our muscles so that we can endure. When you sign up to a long distance run, you need to make a running plan, a schedule, how you will get from where you are to completing the race, to change and develop our bodies until they can survive running for long distances, committing time and effort. So all of those activities require those same things: time, effort, commitment. And I wonder, what is God calling you to change in your life? What requires for you time, effort, and commitment? This year, in the midst of a global pandemic, we've all had a lot of time at home. And some of us have learned new skills. Others of us have practiced existing skills which have been neglected. We all remember Captain Tom, who walked 100 laps of his garden before his 100th birthday. It was a true statement of commitment. What are we being called to commit ourselves to? One of the skills I vividly remember mastering was learning to ride a bike. We lived in Mellor Brook, near Blackburn at the time. Our house fronted on a major A road, but beyond the road was a pub with a large car park. And I can remember taking my brother's well-used and now outgrown red and blue rally bike and trying to conquer the art of cycling by learning to balance and steady and stabilise myself. What a great sense of achievement when one day my dad took away his guiding hand and I was riding all on my own. We bought bikes when we left the Liverpool North Circuit with some of the money that they'd given us for a leaving gift. In rather flatter York, our next appointment, those bikes were used a lot. But I have to admit that on coming to Barnsley some 9 years ago now, the bikes have not quite seen the light of the day that they saw in York. The hills are a lot steeper here. I miss it quite a bit, actually, cycling, not only for the exercise, but also for the sense of freedom it gives. And a bike in a different part of the world can provide access not only to freedom, but to education, to work, to protection, to wealth and health, to well-being and to transport. For Nawalat, a young woman living in Batagaya in Uganda, her journey to school once was 2 hours when she had to walk each way. For Nawalat, her bike has become a mode of transport, now saving that time, and the bike has changed the trajectory of her life. In our country, getting to school isn't an arduous task. Yeah, we might moan about walking there or getting on a bus, but our journey will rarely be dangerous or take even more than perhaps a few minutes. Many people in Batagaya have received bikes from the Methodist charity All We Can. So let's hear about their work.